Hi and happy Monday. It is March the 8th today, and I am Jennifer Thompson, your intuitive realtor. I am going to share with you the real estate market stats for the past week for part of Simcoe County, which is the area that I service. I will be focusing on Midland, Penetanguishene, Tay, and Tiny townships. I will offer you the listing stats for the past 7 days as well as the average sale price. And then following that, I will be switching screens and doing the energy reading for the week. So if you are into that sort of thing, I highly recommend you stick around. It is an interesting read this week. And I say that because when I do the video, I actually do the reading first and then I do the stats second. But then when I'm putting it all together for my YouTube channel, I switch them around and do the stats first because it doesn't take very long. And then I do the reading second. All right. So Midland, we have for the past 7 days, 8 listings currently active. And again, I always focus on single family residential homes. So 8 listings active in Midland for the past 7 days. The average sale price was $527,000. Penetanguishene, there was 5 active listings for the past 7 days and no sales. So I don't have any average sale price for that week for the past 7 days. Tiny Township, 10 active listings for the past 7 days, and the average sale price was $1,056,677. And Tay Township, there is 11 active listings in the past 7 days. Average sale price was $784,483. So still crazy numbers for the houses. They don't seem to be coming to a peak yet. I think houses are still going. I've seen in this area as high as $300,000 over ask. A friend showed me on Facebook somewhere, was it BC? I can't remember where it was, but it went for, I don't know, 800,000 over. It was something ridiculous. I don't, oh no, it was Muskoka. It was Muskoka. I knew it wasn't that far away. Yeah, it was just crazy, absolute craziness. All of us realtors are just shaking our heads. It's just nuts. Anyways, again, great time if you want to sell, still buyers or sellers market, crazy sellers market. Not so good if you want to buy. We still are in desperate need of vendors. That will help somewhat. But as you know, spring comes along, I think they're still trickling. New listings are still trickling on, so we're going to see an increase of that slowly. We'll just have to stay tuned and see what happens. Thanks for joining me today. And I'm truly grateful that you're here, and stick around for the next part, and we'll see you soon. Hi, and welcome. It is another week. I'm so glad that you're here with me. Happy Monday. It is March the 8th, I believe. And we are in for a stretch of warm weather, which is wonderful. So I donned my green sweater today. Oh, I see some hair poking up here. In honor of spring coming, even though it was still really cool this morning, I found walking my dog, you could feel the warmth mixing in with the cool, so it didn't really feel too cool. And the crows and the birds are really singing, and it's nice to be up early and have the sun rising early. And I love this time of year. So anyways, I digress. I'm here to do the energy reading for the week. I'm doing a different way of doing it this time. I'm using the Celtic cross spread, and I'm not really that familiar with it, so I've drawn it all out to help me. But before I get started in that, I just wanted to, I have a message to share with you. So this morning in my meditation, I connected with the Pleiadians. So the Pleiadians are a are a, oh, what's the word? They are a, not species, but they're like an I want to say all these fancy words that really don't have any meaning. They are, for me, they come in as a consciousness, but they are beings from another interplanetary star system on a much higher dimension than we are. We're on the third dimension here on Earth. I'm not sure what dimension they are on. It might be the sixth or seventh or even higher. I'm not sure. But anyway, so they came through in my meditation this morning, had some messages for me. And I asked them if they had a message for me to share with you. And they did. And it was just one word, dogma, dogma. And they kept saying, repeating it, dogma, dogma. It's not a word that I use in my vocabulary. I'm familiar with the word. I've heard it used. So, I wanted to, I needed to sit with it, meditated on it a little bit to see what they meant by that. So I Googled it just to get the proper meaning. And I think actually it was a really great message and so fitting in these times when, we're being challenged on so many levels. And so I think what they were wanting to share, the message was, they're asking all of us to bring more awareness to belief systems that we hold. So these are things that are told to us, starting out as we're children and, we're pure and innocent and raw. And then we start to get molded through the physical, our physical experience. So our parents, our teachers, the world at large, the media, start telling us things as that they believe as truths, but they pass it on to us so that we incorporate them and start believing these to be our truths and truths about the world and who we are in the world. And I think that's really what it's about. It comes to who we are and our belief systems about how we fit into the world and what the world is. And so I believe the Pleiadians are asking us to challenge these beliefs, question why, because what happens is these beliefs keep us contained in a box, and through fear, through limitations in these beliefs, they can keep us stuck. And we're oftentimes not even aware of the depth of these, how far these beliefs go. And they go right down to, core beliefs about who we are. So it could be that we're unworthy, so challenge these beliefs, and also to who we are as a species, our physical selves are as opposed to our spiritual self. And ask yourselves questions, and then you can look for answers outside of you, but the truth is in us, and we all have the ability to reach that truth. So I think it's just becoming aware of where we're holding restrictions on reality. I guess maybe is the best way to put it. And we each have to do that journey in our own way, in our own time. So it's about no longer taking things at face value as truth, or things that you have always held as truth, but looking beyond that, maybe removing that wall or that belief and going, well, what if that wasn't real? What would the alternative be? Or what's another way that being, or what's another belief I could hold instead that feels better? So I guess that's it too. That's another part of it, is how does that belief feel? So once you bring your awareness to a limiting belief, or a belief about a larger structure in how the world is, or whatever it might be, how does that feel to you? And I think that's a lot of it. So challenge those beliefs, challenge how it makes you feel, and from there, follow your intuition. Follow if it makes you feel more expansive. That's a positive thing. And it might feel uncomfortable too, but uncomfortable is not a bad thing. Getting outside of your comfort zone is a really good indication that you are pushing beyond your normal levels or your normal boundaries. It means you're entering growth. And so, sorry, playing with my hair. Yeah, so I think that is basically, I think I got that right. I hope I did that message justice from them. Okay, so on to the reading. So I'm going to start again. I've shuffled all the cards. I have the 3 decks I'm using here behind me: Moonology, the Wisdom Oracle, and I'm incorporating the Oracle of 7 today as well. So I'm going to just pull the overall message for the week, although I think the Pleiadians gave us a really good one, but I'm still going to add the Moonology card for the week. Oh, that one did not want to go back in. So let's just, oh my goodness. I love this. Okay, so your message for the week is you are good enough. Look at that. Full moon in Virgo. I'm a Virgo. So you are good enough. And this is, interestingly enough, one of the core beliefs that I personally have been challenged with recently, in feeling unworthy. And so this is a great message to share. You are good enough. You are worthy. You are loved. And I love that. So remember, that's your card for the week. Important, very important. All right, so I'm going to use the 7 Oracle energies for the Celtic cross. Celtic? So message for the week. General message, general reading. So in general readings, because it's not specifically to you, it may resonate with you in your life at this current time. It might not. Some parts of it might, some might not. So I invite you to have an open mind. Take everything that comes up that's said. Sit with it. Does it feel right for you? Does it not? Take whatever you need from it, and then leave the rest. That's all I can say about it. Okay, so I have to do it off to the side here because I don't have enough room in front of me. Actually, I'm kind of pressed for space here. So present, challenge, past, future, working towards, underlying beliefs. I have to make some more room here. And then we have advice, external influences, hopes and fears. Ooh, I'm having a deja vu. Okay, I've done this before, apparently. I'm on the right track. And outcome. Okay, so presently, the energies presently are opening to discovery. Oh my goodness. Seriously, that just totally fits with the message from the Pleiadians. Open to discovery. That is amazing. So present energies, basically, so you're challenging beliefs. You're opening yourself up to new beliefs, new thoughts, new feelings, new ways of being when you challenge things. So yes, there's that uncomfortable feeling you might have because you're stepping outside of that box. that safe little box, that fear has kept us in, or not challenging truths that you've held. And when you do step outside, it is comfort or uncomfortable. So, but you're opening yourself to new discoveries about who you are, how you fit in the world itself, and everyone in it. So the challenge to this is willing release. Again, oh my goodness. And again, another brilliant card for your challenge. So willing release. So the challenge in doing this is, in opening yourself up to new discoveries, is letting go of old paradigms, old belief systems, falling into that void of not knowing. And that's when I think having faith comes in, having faith that you are supported by the universe. So your challenge is willing release. And that's something you have to do. It is it's a choice. You have to make the choice to step into that void, and having the faith that you're safe and that things aren't going to fall apart. So 3 is the past. So seeing beyond. So this is the card here. I love this card, actually. So this is about, it's got her third eye activated. It's about seeing internally. So this is clairvoyance. And this is the past card. So these are the energies that have brought you to where you are now. So in coming to this point in time when we're challenging our beliefs and truths that we've held, I think what has brought us to this is, we all have intuitive abilities to some degree, whether we're aware of them or not. I think that a lot of times we have had instances in our life that we can't explain, where you've known something, or you've seen something through a dream, or just a quick little flash or a vision, or like a photo, or a knowing, which is a different clair. But I think that when you reflect on them and go back to those instances happening, I think, at the time we kind of go, oh, I can't explain it. So it goes into the unexplained box. Let's just take that and shove it up here because I don't have an answer for that, and it'll go into the unexplained. Let's pull that out. I think that these things, this is kind of where you need to go back. I think those would be great doorways, a great doorway to use to enter into your challenges and beliefs. So what if that instance was an opportunity, whatever that clairvoyant moment that you had, to challenge what you think you know is real now, or what you believe as a truth. So 4 is the future, broken open. I've heard other intuitives say, you can't make this stuff up. I think Colette Baron Reed says that a lot. And that's what I'm thinking. As I pull over or flip each card, I'm thinking, you can't make this up. These are so perfect. So your future is broken open. So look at her heart chakra is like broken open, because when we hold the fears, so when with belief systems, paradigms, thoughts we hold about ourselves, they hold us back. They keep us in fear. And when we step through the fear out into that uncomfortable zone, that it takes us down this new path or journey where we start to, oh my gosh, you start to have these truth moments, and you feel them in your heart, you feel them in your soul, and this is where it leads you. It connects you to the truth of who you are, and brings in the opportunity for your heart to open, and new energies to come in, universal truths about so many things. Transformation really is what it's about, is where it's leading you. So working towards. So the fifth card is working towards shining through. Oh my God, I love it. So shining through. So this is about your light shining through. It's about being in your own power. Really, that's really all I have to say. What this one is about. I love the flower, and oh, what a beautiful card. These are gorgeous cards, shining through. I haven't worked with this deck hardly at all since I bought it, but I'm really enjoying it right now. So that's what this is about. It's about walking your truth, living your truth, speaking your truth, and letting your light shine, and knowing that the judgment of others. I mean, I'm going back to the fears, and a lot of times we're afraid of what other people will think of us or say about us. I've been there. I get that. I mean, even doing this online and putting it out there is, I've had many fears about that. So I'm the same, but I'm at a point now where I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't in that fact that the fear is unfounded, because I don't know what people are going to say or think or feel. I can't control them. All I can do is control my own thoughts and feelings about it. And so, where was I going with that? If anyone is judging, that's a reflection of them and where they're at in their own beliefs about themselves and the universe. And usually it's about themselves. So that's all, and by letting our light shine, or letting your light shine, you become a leader for others. You're showing them it's okay to speak your truth, and to let your light shine, and all that, just, and put it out there. Okay, so underlying is 6. So awakening genius. Okay. I'll show you the card here. Awakening genius. Wow. Oh, I know what this card is about. Look at the face. Look at the face. That's our elder. This is the elder in you. This is wise wisdom. This is about wisdom. So this is, oh my gosh, look at it. Looks like angel wings. This is about universal wisdom and how we're all connected to it. We're all part of the same energetic force. This is something we can all tap into. And this is the truth that you're tapping into. This is the wisdom. So when your heart opens, you're stepping beyond the old belief systems and paradigms, and you're letting your light shine. You are also at the same time tapping into this universal, the wisdom, and you can use that to guide you. And this comes as a feeling in your body, as knowing. You know the truth. You feel it in your gut. So this is, can be used as confirmation for you on your journey. It can be used as a guiding tool. And it doesn't come from this space. It comes from this space and this space, your solar plexus chakra and your heart chakra. But oh my gosh, that is such a beautiful card. Okay, so advice. A merry motive. A merry motive. Okay, so let me show you that one. A merry motive. So this is your advice card. I love the stars on the line. It makes me think of, that old saying, shoot for the stars. I think the advice is to dream big. Dream big for you. How do you want to be in the world? How do you want the world to be? And that's what you're going for. If it's peace, love, harmony, go for it. It's possible. But it starts in here. It starts inside each one of us. So that's what this journey is all about. I think that's exactly what that card is saying. So reach for the stars, dream big. External influences is 8. A deep breath. Oh, yes. Again, you can't make this stuff up. So external influences. Okay, so all this wonderful internal journeying is happening and changes and growth, but we still live in the physical world. Yes, we still have stresses. Things don't change overnight in the world. So this is about taking the time, making a commitment to yourself to put some time aside, even if it's 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes in the middle of the day. Say you find yourself very stressful and you have awareness of that. You're holding all your muscles tight and you're not breathing. Bringing your awareness back to the breath and breathe and remember that you're in the world, but you're not of it. So it's about holding that space inside you of spaciousness where you can come back to and find your center so that you can be balanced and grounded to better navigate the physical world. 9 is hopes or fears. It is what it is. Oh my goodness. Again, another perfect card. Hopes or fears. Yes, I'm trying to get a sense of this card. It is what it is. Okay. So I think what this card is about is maybe finding out that some of your truths are really, really true, or they're not. And then where do you go? What do you do? This is about acceptance. This card is all about acceptance. So it's about going through the door. The door is shut. You don't know what's going to be on the other side. It is scary. It is a scary door to step through when you start challenging these paradigms. But remember, we're going to do the outcome card next. But this is all about growth and expansion, and you need to push past the fear, and then you'll realize there was really nothing to be afraid of. I mean, it's all experiential. You have to go through it and to realize there was nothing to fear. But just come into acceptance of what is. And again, have the faith that everything is okay, that you're okay. You're always going to be okay. Okay, the outcome card. Time machine. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to have to sit with this one. So this is the outcome card. Time machine. Oh. Okay. So with this is actually a really interesting card. It's, to me, what this card is representing is the energies of time. So time in the third dimensional state is, we see it as linear. But once you start tapping into higher dimensions, that's going to change for you. You're going to start seeing it more like this rather than this. So once it becomes like this, you start to realize that it gives you a whole new perspective on when they say, when you hear like Eckhart Tolle or somebody talk about present moment, and that's all that really exists. And that is true. There is only the present moment, and time works like this. So I'm not going to be good at explaining all that, because I'm still working it out in my own mind of how to explain that. But I do know that as you heal yourself, because of the way the dimensions work in time, that we heal our ancestors and others going forward. So before us and after us, because it's all now. If that makes, I know it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me in a certain level. I mean, I don't understand it comprehensively, but I think that's what this is about. And things that, I think it's also about, because we're talking about beliefs from when you were a child. Well, I think we hold them in us today as if they happened, even though they happened to us maybe when we were a kid or a baby or whenever. They still affect us today. They're in our cells today, like it's now, like now. So you think, oh well, it happened way back then. That doesn't, make any difference. How's that affecting me now? It actually, honestly, does. You can still go back. You can when you connect into your inner self, you can visit the child in you. You can have conversations. You can heal. You can love yourself. You can give yourself permission to love yourself, forgive yourself. And it is like stepping back in time to that place, because that child is with you all the time. Oh my gosh, I hope that makes sense. I sound like I'm blabbering to me when I'm talking, but I was going to do clarifiers. I have a deck here for clarifiers, the Wisdom Oracle, but I don't feel like I need any. I feel like this reading was very straightforward. Really a phenomenal reading. I hope you got something from it. I certainly did, especially the message from the Palladians. And remember, you are good enough. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so happy you're here, and it is my honor and pleasure, privilege and pleasure. I'm going to make up a new word combining those two, with those two words. I love you all so much, and I wish you so many blessings. Please join me again next week, and for the next energy reading and real estate market update. Mwah. Bye for now.